So if you've been a fan of the Sacai Waffles, but the price point's just been a little bit too high, or you even like the undercover Daybreakers right here, I think there's another alternative that you guys may appreciate that it retails only for 90 bucks. What is going on, guys? Hess here, CollectiveKicks.com. If you guys want to shop this week's top sneaker deals that I curate for you guys, check the website, Collective Kicks, in the description, and happy shopping. If you guys want to buy a pair of these that I'm going to be showing you guys, check the link in the description as well. And big shout out to Hibbett Sports for sponsoring this video. They are my monthly sponsor. If you've never heard of Hibbett Sports, it's an online retailer space as well as a brick and mortar with over 1,000 stores. But it's an authorized retailer of Nike, Adidas, Jordans, Pumas, Asics, those type of sneakers. They also have a free app that you can download in the description that's pretty awesome. It has a nice release calendar as well as a sales section. Definitely worth giving it a look if you haven't thus far. But today they sent me this box right here, which is actually by my request. They reached out to me and asked me if there was any sneakers that I was like looking forward to reviewing and seeing, and this is actually a new pair that I've just been hesitant to buy, but I really wanted to get them. And you can see on the box it has an N354, which means this is one of the innovation projects that they worked on. And this is the shoe right here. This colorway is super clean in person. This is the Nike DBreak or DayBreak-Type, and I got a size 9.5. They fit me true to size, and the retail is only $90 on this shoe. And the reason why I was interested in this one is because I like that it gives a nod to that old school sort of vibe. It's kind of like a refreshed version though, so it has a little bit of more modern twist to it, which I think looks really, really sleek. And as I already mentioned, if you're a fan of the Sacai Waffles, these things are reselling for $600-700 bucks or something like that. So for $90 retail, I think the DayBreak Types are actually a really, really solid option. Now, obviously, it's not going to have all the same similarities as Sacai Waffles because these ones have the double swoosh branding, the double tongues, and I actually removed the extra laces, but it usually has double laces as well. This is a pretty phenomenal shoe that has high accolades from sneakerheads across the globe, but really it takes inspiration from two older Nike shoes, that Nike Waffle LDV, I believe, and the Nike Waffle Racer. So it's kind of like that same sort of vibe as this. These take inspiration from that Waffle era of sneakers as well. And I like what they did with this model. They did a couple different things that I think that makes it more modernized, but I really like what they did with this model. They have really, really clean colorways. I've seen at least 3 colorways that I was like really impressed with. There's like an orangish colorway and a bluish colorway as well, but this one is actually my favorite. I didn't tell them which colorway to send me, so shout out to the Hibbett Sports team for sending over this one, because this one is just super clean. I love that this one's pretty neutral. It has creams and whites, grays and blacks. I mean, it really goes well together. On top of that, I can wear like crazy socks to go with these because these are so toned down. I can kick it up a notch with some crazy looking socks. But there's a hit of Volt stitching on the tongue, raw edge tongue on here. And some of the things I really like about the shoe is you have a suede paneling across the toe cap, but then it has some like baseball stitching across the side, which gives it a nice little visual appeal. Then you have some thin suede supports that come up to the laces, and then the laces are held down by suede as well. But the upper has a really thin breathable mesh from the toe box to the side panels, which I think looks really cool. And I like that it's actually really see-through. I got some pretty fun pictures with the light kind of shooting through the sides. Then you have a really faint Nike swoosh that's stitched on the side of each of the shoes. And honestly, it's so small, you could probably actually use a little thread picker and pull those out if you really wanted to. You could probably also customize these and overlay a different Nike swoosh or 2 swooshes if you really want to give it that Sacai Waffle feel. But I do like that the branding is really, really minimal. It just looks really clean and nice. On the raw edge tongue, you do see that N354 branding with a sketched on Nike swoosh. If you also wanted to kick it up a notch and make it look more like a Sacai, you could actually do different laces. In fact, if you guys want to see me like customize these and like add swooshes on top of it as well as double laces, like leave a comment in the comment section. I'll consider doing something like that to this shoe because it would be a fun one to customize to make it mimic this. I don't think I do anything to mimic that crazy exaggerated midsole. You guys may have already seen, but I did a different custom with that crazy exaggerated midsole from the Zoom Types. Instead of using this off-white upper though, I could have used this DayBreak. I think this one could have looked really good with this Zoom Type midsole, but I didn't do that one this time around. I think that this one I would just add swooshes and laces and call it good. And just as an example, there's the Air Jordan 3 swoosh that I put over top of it. It adds a crazy amount of pop to it, and it actually does look like a double swoosh with the other one in the backdrop. So I kind of like that, actually. Looks kind of rad. If you guys want to see a simple custom on these though, drop a like on this video and leave a comment in the comment section. 2 other things that I really like about this shoe. One of them is this heel cup. It's actually a really crazy heel cup. I don't know what material they use. I haven't seen them use this on too many other sneakers, but it's kind of like a grip tape sort of for skateboard decks almost. I don't know how else to describe it, but it's a hard rubberized sort of material and it looks pretty cool the way they integrated it on over top. So I like the way they integrated it. It's kind of like a raw sort of look and appeal to the sneaker. The other thing that I was really surprised by is the comfort of the shoe. Even though it's like an old school sort of waffle shoe, I think this is Cushlon foam midsole. Cushlon is actually really, really soft. This is actually what this one was made out of when I Frankenstein these. This is a double stack Cushlon midsole, which is absolutely crazy comfortable. So this is a smaller midsole, but it's actually pretty comfortable with what I think is Cushlon, which I was actually surprised. I thought it was just going to be a cheaper, like older kind of foam because it seems like an older shoe, but it feels like they actually stepped up the midsole and made it a little bit more soft and squishy. They also added a nice little accent on the back with a leather panel over top of the top of the heel, which again kind of is fun and adds to like a deconstructed sort of look to the shoe. And if DayBreak sounds familiar, it's because we did see DayBreak already with the Undercover collab right here, which is absolutely crazy. They had this wild exaggerated line in the back and a little nappy suede here and some nylon. Quality materials is actually really nice. And the midsole and outsole look exactly the same on both of the shoes. The uppers though, although they have the same sort of styling, are completely different from each other. Like the cuts for the laces are different and the cuts for the mudguard in the front are completely different. I think that these Undercover joints right here are super nice. I have a couple pairs of them. But this one you actually get some really nice materials for it as well for that $90 price point. I'm sure after a while these will eventually go on sale and the prices might dip a little bit, but for 90 bucks, man, I'm there for it. I think it's going to be a great summer shoe. It's really lightweight, it's really breathable, and the comfort is actually pretty nice on these as well. Unfortunately, we're not really going anywhere too much, or most people aren't, so maybe not too many people are going to get a chance to wear. But if you are being safe out there and you do go on a little stroll or a little family weekend vacation, this is not a bad choice in my opinion. Thank you to Hibbett Sports for sending these over, man. I really appreciate it. This is actually a pair that I was planning on buying regardless, so it just worked out timing wise that they ended up sending them over for me. So I appreciate you guys over there. Thank you, Wendy, and everybody over at Hibbett. Appreciate you guys every single month, even through all this craziness that we're going through right now. What do you guys think about the DayBreak-Type though? Is it a sneaker that you're interested in or not? Do you like that old school sort of vibe to the shoe? I honestly think it's a really nice looking shoe, and if you guys want to see the other colorways that they have available, I'll link them again in the description, so go check that out because they have some really nice ones that they have released. Anyway, that's all we have for the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. If you guys do want to see a custom on these, drop a like on the video and a comment, and we'll see you guys hopefully for some more sneaker videos soon. Peace, guys.